Howdy folks, High Value DMD. Let me earn your subscription, let me earn your like and comment. Don't just give it to me, but please let me earn it. This video is called, I'm 30 and I haven't made a dime. For those who don't know me, I'm gonna graduate as a dentist soon in a couple of months, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my journey. I went to college at 18 years old right out of the gate. And right before I went to college, I was a lifeguard. That was the first job I ever had. Other than working manual labor with my dad, the first job that I had an employer was a lifeguard. I made $8 an hour. When I was an assistant manager, I made $10 an hour. I went off to college, and then I finished in 3 years. I came home for a gap year. And during that gap year, I worked more jobs. I worked at a game store for $7.25 an hour. I taught music lessons, which paid probably $25 an hour or $25 a lesson, a 30-minute lesson. And then I also was a lab tech, so to speak, in an orthodontic lab. I was the low man on the totem pole, and even the assistants bossed me around. It sucked, honestly. But I made $12 an hour, and back then I was like, wow. That's a lot of money. You know, I'm doing pretty good for myself, making $12 an hour. But at the same time, I did feel like a loser because I had a bachelor's degree from a private school. It's a good undergraduate school. And I felt like a loser, but $12 an hour. Anyway, I go off to my master's degree, and I spend 10 months there, and I get accepted into dental school. So I left college at 21 years old. And I go into dental school at 24. I'm now 27, and I'll be 28 sometime next year. And me and my friends, we joke around and we say, look, you know, we're 30. We're 30 years old. We haven't made anything. We don't have a house. We don't have a car. We haven't bought a car. You know, what do we have to show for ourselves? And I am at the sunset of my 20s, which it's fine. You know, I'm about to take off in a big way. And I believe in delayed gratification and being patient and waiting for the good things to come. But it's tough, like going on this journey all the way into graduate school. It's tough because you see your friends are going on vacations, they're buying homes, they're buying houses, they're buying cars. They're doing all these things that normal adults do. And I can't do that. I feasibly cannot do that. I do not have the income. I don't have any revenue. I can't do that. You know, I have a credit card. I've got a good credit score, but you know, it's just very frustrating. Very frustrating. My father, he's a home builder, right? He had his first house at 21 years old. That's when I left college. So he worked during college, and he had a house at 21, and he essentially built the house himself. And that's probably a big reason why he could get it that young, but it was different back then. That was in maybe the 70s or 80s. He was a grown man at 21, and here I am, 27, and I don't even have a pot to you-know-what in. Like, I don't have anything. It's just such a different path. My parents don't relate to my path. Everybody says, oh, you're going to make tons of money. You're going to make tons of money. Well, I mean, at what cost? You know, and maybe not exactly. It's going to be a while before I really hit a stride. And I feel like that's with many jobs out there. If you work really, really hard for many years, you will be successful. You will make a good living. But it's taken this long to get here. I mean, I'm eating ramen noodles. I'm 27, I'm 30, and I'm eating ramen noodles. I'm scrounging around for food. You know, like that's not for everyone. Not everyone can do that. And I think that's something that if you're considering going to more school for many, many years, you really need to consider this. Because right now, this is not fun. I'm trying to enjoy the little things. I'm trying to explore where I can and drive and travel. Most of my travel and experiences are around parks and nature things because that's cheap. You know, it doesn't cost any money. But I'm like camping out in my car. If you've seen my channel, I post about that. Sometimes I talk about it. I camp out in my car because I don't want to pay for hotels that I really can't afford. Because I haven't even started out in life. Yeah, I don't need to be paying for a $100 hotel. I just paid for, I paid $2,000 for my board exam. That's all on borrowed time and borrowed money. I paid $400 again to retake my CBSE exam, which is a medical school exam. I've worn the same clothes for years. I don't upgrade clothes. I'm 30 and I don't have a pot. That's something to think about. And my professor told me, I was telling him, yeah, I'm thinking sometime in my first year of working, I want to buy a house. He said, don't even think about it. Don't even think about buying a house. Save your cash. Just get ready for some sort of crash or correction in the market. I'm about to graduate as a doctor, and I'm being told to wait on home ownership. Isn't that insane? Like that's not how it's supposed to go, right? You're supposed to graduate as a doctor. You're supposed to make a good living, and you're supposed to be able to buy a house, right? That's supposed to be normal, but maybe not necessarily anymore with the state of how things are going. Okay, well, that's going to be the end of this video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Let me earn your subscription. Let me earn your like. Until next time.